Salutations and welcome everyone, I am Zephysics. Welcome to my ship where I explore many different universes and visit planets looking for other life forms. Today, the species I found is known as Jackel Dragons. Despite being called Jackel Dragons, they can be dragons, raptors, fish, and cats. They have been observed making fun of people and jewelry, doing things they find fun or funny, just to make themselves laugh, which can also include simple jokes. They are generally 8 to 9 feet tall, so taller than most Earthicans. They also come in 3 rarities, which is common, rare, and legendary, which we'll go over. This is what a common looks like. Straight out horns, no pupils, small wings, shorter tails. There's also no neon colors, though a few spots seem to be okay, and no glow-in-the-dark fur. Well, this is what rares look like. They have pupils, wings, quote, neon colors, unquote, whatever that means, small or large tails, and ram horns. Lastly, legendaries have floating crowns, which can be any crown, can have more than 2 horns, long or short tails, neon colors, glow-in-the-dark fur, 2 tails, wings, have more than 4 arms and legs, and have pupils. The species seems to be semi-open, though it is best to ask the owner about this. I cannot find any sort of lore or backstory on the species, which is very unfortunate since the species seems to be many different base species with traits on them. I had thought there would be something to explain that, but I guess not. As such, there isn't much to the species altogether, it just looks like traits, so there isn't a lot story-wise, which I can understand why that is, but it just means the species feels empty and very bare bones. I personally prefer it if there was something besides looks to the species, so we know more about how they work. Well, I've contacted the owner for an interview, and here's the questions as well as the answers I received. What made you want to make a species?
At the time, that's when everyone was making their own species, so I wanted to be a part of the hype, but also it seemed like fun. My biggest inspo was Jackel Dragons and Dragons.
How long did you work on the species for?
I think it only took a night. Me and some friends on Amino came together and put together some ideas. We got the idea and finished it off with breeds and colors, which took about a week. So altogether it would be maybe a week or 2.
What's the biggest inspiration for your species?
Jackel Dragons, Chinese dragons, and Dragons.
What did you have the most fun with?
The most fun was figuring out the look of the species. We came between a more dragon look versus a bird look.
Where can people find your species?
You can find info on my Amino page, although I do need to update some info.
Is there a mascot for the species?
There used to be, but I'm currently remaking him.
What do you like about your species the most?
My favorite is their beaks. Something about their plague doctorness is interesting.
Where did you start with making your species?
We started at what we wanted to mix in with, and Bial the Amino had started with a raptor dragon. We incorporated the slender look into a flying Chinese-like dragon.
Why is your species open or closed?
I initially wanted the species to be closed because that's what everyone seemed to be doing, LOL, but after a while I wanted everyone to be able to use it.
If you had to describe your species in one sentence, what would you say?
A raptor-like water flying dragon.
So with that, here's my recommendation for the species. The species certainly needs more to it than just cool looks to be a full-fledged species, and not just a whole-looking animal. Unless you have a lore reason for there being no lore. What's their habitat? Are they carnivores, omnivores, vegetarians, something else? You seem to add traits to existing animals, so why not have it like a virus or a mushroom that takes over the host body and grows the specific traits to make it that creature into a Jackel Dragons? Well, that's all for this species video. If you like this species, please check it out through the link below and show the species owner some more love. I need to find more species around the galaxies. Well, I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.